2025 is going to be different because we are cruising around with the OG, Mr. Jim Beggins, Pop's dad, and we're hijacking him right now because he's always in his flip-flops and we can't get onto the construction sites without closed-toed shoes, so he's got to probably search for a long time to try to find some closed-toed shoes.
Things should you be doing to make your business successful in real estate?
Know what you want, find a way to get what you want, and then allow yourself to be accountable to someone else to make sure that you do what you said you're going to do.
How do you figure out what you want?
I always thought it was simple, and you know that I'm talking about primary aim, but it's very hard for most people to say, okay, I gotta make my rent payment this month, and you want me to talk about what I want my life to be like 5 years from now? Doesn't compute with most people unless you practice it over and over again. So I don't think I've explained it properly, but really you got a lot of pressure going on today. What if you took all the pressure off and you just created your ideal life 5 years from now? Well, it's hard for people to do that. But if you think, man, I got a 5-year-old little girl, and she's in school, and where is she in school? And how's she look? And oh my God, my son is 9 years old. Oh my God, I'm 53. You know?
Yep.
Are there good things about that, bad things about it? Sure, there's good and bad, but you can write the bad things or you can write the good things. If you write the good things and you keep on thinking about the good things, the bad things get eliminated.
I think the real secret to that is the simple thought of thoughts become things. And when you write down your thoughts, they become things faster.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
You know, I was looking through some older ones because I'm working on my privacy that are primary aim thing right now. And an old one from 5 years ago was talking about how I would have a boy and a little girl on there. And that was before marriage and kids or all that stuff too. So it's really freaky how that works out. But thoughts become things, man. Thoughts become things. Oh, and this is kind of fun too, because look where we're pulling into right now. You know, the ultimate example, I think why I love and you love new construction so much is there's no better visualization of thoughts become things than a new project, right? I mean, you literally sit with a blank sheet of paper and you say, hey, you know what would be cool here?
And then we look at Madeira Bay right there and how excited we were when that went up. And now that's an old thing, and look at the new thing right next door. You know what else I learned in China? That I hate wearing socks.
All right, so thoughts become things. Let's finish that thought process here. We're sitting on top of one. for those who are having a hard time figuring out what it is they want, what do you do?
Let them forgive themselves for being in the 97% that don't do this, and let's try to be in the 3%, and let's do it in little baby steps. Like, literally, baby steps for you would be 10 years ago you had 2 babies in your mind.
Yep.
Now you got 2 babies.
Yep.
What happened?
Well, I don't think we're going to go through that descriptive story here.
No, we're not.
But yeah, no, that's the most difficult things. And that's what we're doing with our new training series with Next Level You, Fundamentals, Intermediate, and Top Agent, is helping people chunk down. Because when you're newer in this business, when you haven't closed more than 4 deals, you don't even know, there's no competence, there's no confidence, and I don't think there's no real ability to project your future because you're uncertain whether or not you're going to be good at this. I think it holds
What
some
is
people
this?
back.
What is real estate?
That's the tough part. People, it's too much. There's too many different things. I mean, we look in just right here, we're in one section of one little town, and there's probably 10 real estate markets that we're looking at right now. Right, at least. You got old, crappy teardowns, you got old, crappy duplexes, you got really nice homes, you got multi-million-dollar homes, you've got boat houses, you've got marinas, you've got hotels, you have condos, you have Gulfront, you have 7-day rentals, you have 3-day rentals, you have nightly rentals, you have 6-month rentals, you have 3-month rentals, and it's all a completely different thing. But most people say, I'm going to do real estate in Madeira Beach, and then you're paralyzed because you're like, shit.
But
What do I do?
if people would say, I'm going to do real estate in Madeira Beach, that would be, to me, very positive. What they're saying is, I'm going to do real estate.
Real estate.
And so therefore, I'll go to Panama City for a deal.
Yep.
But in reality, going back to the 3
That's a
things
great point. Yep.
that people want, what do you want? Well, if they have any one of those houses that you just talked about, they're either happy with that or they're not happy with that. When we look at developing stuff, people can be happy in an area inland that is just like it is and not changing. When you look at this beach here, this beach has to change. The level of the sea is coming up, the storms are getting worse, the houses are getting older. There's a huge advantage right here.
Population's getting bigger, direct flights are increasing, demand is higher, supply is low, and it's coming.
If we looked at when Craig and I were in Beijing and Shanghai last week, and we looked at this area right here, first of all, you couldn't see because of the smog. Second, it would have been all 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-story buildings.
Right.
That were as expensive as condos over here, $300,000 US dollars, with people with rods out their windows with all their clothes on, hanging out their clothes. You couldn't see a mile from here because the buildings would be so high. They've taken that area and improved it because of all the population.
Yeah.
We have this pristine area. They don't even have single-family homes over there. They're not allowed because there's not enough land they want to build up.
Yep.
Look at this. Look what we can do with this, just taking the same lots and improving the houses.
And that's the fun part about this specific niche. There's only 4,000 people live in this whole town, and there will never be more than that because of the density requirements. You can't do it. So it's just a restructuring and reshuffling of that deck. The houses are just changing. You just look down that canal, and you can see what's coming. You got that new green one that just took down one of the little bungalows, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Okay, so you put together this deal here, and there's opposition from the person over in that crummy little house that's 40 years old over
quaint.
there. Well, what you did is you're bringing people into this structure here, which they're not going to leave this structure for the week that they're staying here, which is going to put money in that guy's pocket. So when he wants to retire, he's got an income coming in. So what we're doing is we're building a new city in an old city, which
Right.
is benefiting everyone in the new city, but they are saying, not in my backyard, I don't want to do it.
And
That's what a real estate agent does.
And the sandwich guy in Johns Pass Village, which is 200 yards that way, is going to sell more sandwiches because the guy who comes here on vacation is going to sit on his balcony, which there's no balcony yet. This thing isn't open for another month, right?
Right.
But once he's here, he's going to go live on Instagram and show his buddies the sunset view, and they're going to say, where the hell are you? Madeira Beach. Where's that? Oh, Tampa. Oh, right. Nobody knows where the hell Madeira Beach is. And then now that one of his friends comes here next year, and they book a unit, and then they both come together, their family comes together, and then they rent the parasail boat and eat 4 sandwiches,
Yeah.
and then they go buy a little investment property around the corner, and that's just one of this one. Then you've got Barefoot, then you've got the Hampton, then you have the Cambria, then you have the Schooner, then you have all those other ones doing the same thing, but it's just reshuffling the deck. So thoughts become things, and you need to focus in on something. That's the name
Makes
of the game.
sense.